Welcome back to our IELTS listening series. In our last video, we mastered the single answer multiple choice question. Today, we're taking it to the next level to tackle a more complex and often more intimidating version. Questions that ask you to choose 2 or more correct answers from a list. These questions can feel overwhelming because you have more options to read and more information to track in the audio. But with a specific strategy, you can break them down into a simple, manageable process. Let's learn how to do it.
So, what makes these questions different from the ones we saw in the last video? First, you are now listening for 2 or more distinct pieces of correct information, not just one. Second, and this is crucial, the 2 correct answers might be mentioned far apart from each other in the audio. The speaker might discuss the first correct answer at the beginning of their talk and the second one near the end. Finally, the order is unpredictable. The speaker might talk about option D first, then A, then E. You cannot rely on the order of the options on the page. You have to be flexible and ready to catch the answers whenever they appear.
Because these questions are more complex, our strategy needs to be slightly different. It's a 3-step process. Step 1 is to analyze and simplify during your prep time. As always, underline the keywords in the main question, then quickly read through all 5 or 6 options. For each option, underline just the 2 or 3 words that capture its core meaning. This makes the options much faster to refer back to later. Step 2 is to listen and tick. As the audio plays, listen for any discussion related to your options. If an option sounds like it might be correct, put a small light tick next to it on your question paper. This is a temporary note, not a final answer. Step 3 is to confirm and choose. The discussion of the topic will have a clear endpoint. After that point, look at the options you've ticked. Did the speaker fully confirm them, or did they use a turning word like but to dismiss them? Now you can make your final, confident decision.
Let's see what this looks like in practice. Here's our question. What are 2 advantages of the new Smart Library system? During my prep time, I'd first underline 2 advantages and Smart Library system. Then I would simplify each option in my mind by underlining its core idea. For A, the key idea is pay fines. For B, it's book recommendations. The C, sends alerts. For D, more journals. And for E, reserve a computer. Now, instead of having to reread 5 long sentences while I'm listening, I just need to glance at these short, simple phrases. This is a much more efficient use of my prep time.
Okay, I've analyzed my options. Now I'll listen to the audio and use my ticking strategy. The system will now send you an email alert 3 days before your book is due. Okay, that sounds exactly like option C, sends alert for due book. I'll put a small tick next to C. While you still have to come to the library desk to pay any fines, this relates to option A, pay fines online. But the speaker says you still have to come to the desk, so you cannot pay online. A is a distractor. I'll ignore it.
Another great function is the one that helps you reserve a computer. This directly matches the core idea of option E, reserve a computer. I'll put a small tick next to E. We did consider a feature that gives book recommendations, but the feedback was that most students prefer to find books themselves. This relates to option B, but the speaker uses the turning phrase, but the feedback was, they are saying they considered it but didn't implement it, so B is also a distractor. The speaker never mentioned journals, so D is out, the discussion is over. I'm left with ticks next to C and E. Both were clearly stated as advantages. My final answers are C and E.
To master these complex multiple-choice questions, you need a system. Simplify the options in your prep time so you're not overwhelmed. Be prepared for the answers to be separated in the audio. Use the listen and tick method to keep track of potential answers without committing too early. And finally, always confirm your choices after the relevant discussion has ended. This methodical approach will give you the control and clarity you need to succeed.
Excellent work! You now have a powerful strategy for both single and multiple answer multiple choice questions. In our next video, we'll look at another challenging question type that requires you to connect information, matching questions. If this guide was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in video 8.